It's Chef Hannah with the Royal Health System, back at the Change Plate, and today we're going to be covering beans and rice. So beans and rice is a pretty straightforward meal. We're going to doctor it up today a little bit with some different vegetables. So we've got some corn, and we've got some red peppers, and then we're going to mix it all together with some diced tomatoes, and we've got a little bit of soy sauce, and we've got some chili powder to go with it. So we're going to go ahead and get this started, and then we're going to kind of talk about ways to kind of personalize it and make it your own. So what we're going to do is we're going to, in our pan, we're going to add a little bit of water, some low sodium soy sauce, just a splash, and then we've got a little bit of dried, some chili powder. There's the words. Just a little bit of dry chili powder. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir this all up to make sure it's not all clumpy. Then once we get this all stirred up, then we're going to go ahead and add in our diced tomatoes. And now that all of our ingredients that have some liquid to them are in there, we're going to get that all stirred up. And then we're going to add our others. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of corn, a little bit of diced red pepper. So if you want to use a different color pepper, you're more than welcome to. Then we're going to add our brown rice. And then we're going to add our black beans. And we're going to give this a nice stir, and we're going to let this all kind of come together, warm up, and let all those flavors in the broth that we started kind of infuse into the rest of the dish. We're going to let that get going here for a while. So as we were saying at the beginning of practically every cuisine across the globe has some form of beans and rice in it, whether it's like a New Orleans style red beans and rice, a Cuban style beans and rice. There's all kinds of different ways to do it, and starting off with this kind of simple recipe that we've got going on, we can kind of tweak it to meet any of those needs. So if you want to do, since we've kind of got some black beans and rice starting in here already, if you guys want to make it a little bit more Cuban style, you can add some lime juice, a little bit of cilantro, some cumin, to make it a little bit more Southern New Orleans style. You could add some celery and some onions down in here to it, and add a little bit of some Cajun spice or something down in there to kind of kick it up a little bit. And that way you can kind of play with it, kind of make it your own, and kind of twist it to the needs that you have. So it's a really simple, really flavorful dish, and then once it's all done, we're going to go ahead and plate it up. So it's a really, really pretty dish. As you can see, as we're putting it together, we've got all kinds of color contrasts and varieties going in there. And what really sets this up is at the end, I save some of the cilantro out. That way, at the end, you can kind of get that fresh cilantro taste without it getting lost in your dish. Plus, you get all this pretty green cobbler to go right on top of it. And there you have it. We've got red beans and rice, or they're black beans and rice. But you can use red beans if you want. We could also use like a white Great Northern bean or a cannellini bean, or whatever your favorite bean is. You can add it in there. You can even try chickpeas if you wanted to. So that's what we've got. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out, and we'll be happy to answer them as best we can. Thanks. See you later.